Well, welcome back to Factorio SpaceX Extreme, where we're trying to deal with an iron crisis. Believe it or not, if we look in our main base at the moment, iron, none. And that's with a production of 227,000 per minute and only consuming 150,000 per minute. And science is, well, I mean, it's continuing because of our big buffers, but it's not. That's picked up a bit. That's picked up a bit. Blue and purple were both suffering because of the shortage of iron, basically. So we just have to address this. This guy, this path is not working well enough for me. I need to give them alternatives, and the alternative he's getting is to go here. Whoops. Or here. And now all of these need signals. So we can break up the segments. Which means that one needs one of those. And one of those. And that's probably not a good idea, but never mind. So that should help the iron trains clear, which is good. Now, what are all these guys doing? Yeah, well, this guy should not sit here. He's been doing it for quite some time, and it is seriously causing a problem, and it's because of that there. So we will have to do that. Now, Mr. Circuits, I'm going to see if I said go to pick up, move. No. Alright, go to drop then. There's a lot of things in here that are just not getting consumed particularly well. Where are you trying to go? You're trying to go where the copper is. But copper is barely being consumed. Well, what we could do, if you're going in there, how about you go to copper plate pickup? It should get you out of the way. Right, that should get you out of the way. That should get these trains coming down. You're just going to block the way in its place, aren't you? Possibly. But at least that semi-cleared. Now, I think I need to do this thing. I know we were going to do components, and we will get to that in this very episode. We don't tend to have hold-ups here just as much, but if we get them off this bit, it is probably a good thing. So let us I need one more of our trusty chain signals there. Now, let's put that one up. Whoops. And chain signals all the way down. that should be fine. Leading into it, chain, 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 chain. There. These two are probably slightly less important. Good. Now, is that helping at all? 210, 108. Possibly not, or at least it's too early to tell just yet. Look at the difference between these two because of the low purple production. I doubt purple is going to make it the whole way at this point. Let's check iron. We have some. Probably not for long, but we do have some. Well, that's good. Go to the map view. I mean, just none of this is sitting here for any time at all. We do have some iron trains here, so they can come through. They're all in this first slot. This is my problem with this way I have set this up. To have it as close as possible and ensure signaling as much as possible. Not every track can lead to every track, and that does cause me quite a few issues. It's the reason why they do these silly loops and all sorts of things like that. You better be iron, good. So at the moment, none of them can get to this one because they have to be sort of these offsets. And on the other side, there's just no iron either. What's going on? Do we have more hold up? We always seem to have hold up. It's a fuel train. This thing here, I need to resolve this. The steel train comes all the way up here and parks here, even though it can't get in there, waits for that, and it blocks all the rest of the iron trains. And that is because of there's that signal right there. We need to change that to a chain, and then we'd be fine. I don't think I can do that remotely. No, we're going to have to go there. We will go back to that. This iron issue is causing me tons and tons of problems. Maybe I need to address it right now. Let's jump on board the engineering train and get rid of that. Otherwise it's just going to keep annoying me. So here we are, the engineering train. Right, you can go to steel pickup west. Second condition, let's go. You won't be able to get there, of course, but that's fine. Well, I'm sure we'll sort something out. It's just going to be faster than trying to run. I suppose I could have jumped on an iron train, but they don't seem to be coming as often as I need them. I suppose the other thing I could do is set up another big iron smeltery, but we need to ensure that we have efficient processing before we do that, ideally, and I can't say that that is currently the case. Though these do seem to have helped a lot in clearing those two legs. Right, how are we going? We're about to hit the traffic jam. Okay, well, as soon as we get to the back of the traffic jam, I'll jump out and run this distance. maybe I should start investing in creating pathway as well when I build these connections. But this is something we have to deal with as well. All these trains are waiting to pick up ore or to drop off ore, and it's reducing the efficiency of the whole thing. So you want to go up there, or at least you can. At least partly. I think I need a stacker in here. It's the only way it is going to work long term. We actually have some rocket fuel in the system for the moment. I doubt that is going to be nearly enough. So it loads up there, it spreads it around. At least the iron train shouldn't be stalling due to lack of fuel. Now, problem is this is a long way to go. There, that should be the fix we needed. For now, that's going to do. I will come back and address iron in due course, but we are going to start putting in some component manufacture. I'm almost tempted to jump on board that, but it's probably doing a loop to come back and get more iron. There it is. Oh, here is our engineering train. Damn. It's actually progressed slightly better than I wanted it to. Right, let's jump on board. At least we got priority. What I'll do is I'll make use of the exit loop to get out of here and to get back to the main base. It's nice having 40 UPS, but I know that just means that our production is woeful. It's down to 230,000 now. Let's go manual. And drive rather carefully down here. Safe so far. Through here. We'll do this big loop around. Go back to engineering unload, thank you. Should be able to work out a path for that. A lot of iron being poured directly into steel. Which makes sense with this science, of course. What are you? Are you a steel train? Yes, you are, or at least you're stopping down here, so you're out of the way. It's waiting for the steel to clear. Good. But that does mean that iron trains can't fill up. It probably means I actually need the steel to detour completely, come out here. Or come in a different way, because it's blocking too much. It's almost better to be blocking up here, possibly 29. now, I'm just going to send you on your way. You should move very shortly, and then all of us should move. I will wrap round. And we'll come out and exit through the bottom. Maybe I need a sensor of some sort. So if the train is a steel train, just to send the one that's there on its way. Might be something like that that we need to do. Now I'm not going to ride up to the engineering. I'm just going to get out there. Come down here and we'll start looking at building what we need for the next phase. So, we have these two sections here. We also have over here, there's room, and we could use as much room around here as we want, really. There's no reason why we cannot. The key, I guess, is this is where the controller is, and we'll continue to use this controller. We can completely debunk this part, or you know, take it away. It shouldn't affect anything over here. We will need to set up some changes to the train to accommodate our new requirements, but only once we get there. Let's have a look at these requirements. We've done these things here. Well, satellites is just the standard one. As you can see, that's pretty cheap. Total raw. Total raw, nothing. That looks like a lot, but let's come down here. Fusion reactor, 400,000 processing units. You know why? It's not that I made it all that much more difficult. It's that the portable fusion reactor price, when they got rid of needing to get alien goo, and thank goodness that they did, because I don't think that was especially great part of the experience once you get to big scale. But enough of that thing. They increased this, I think, from 100 to 250, and now that's been multiplied by 16, so we get this horrendous 400,000, and we're going to need 25 of them. So there is 10 million processing units just for that. We can only do them at well, we can only do processing units at 7,500 per minute, so we're going to have quite a lot of trouble building all of these fusion reactors. The other thing, we can't tell just yet until that's done, but the protection field is also kind of expensive. Astrometrics, 28,000 processing units. Oh, there you go. Command Center, 73,000 processing units. So that's pretty big. Life support, 25,000 processing units. Habitations, fine. Fuel cells, fine. They're all using, there's 25,000 on the spaceship thrusters. Protection field, only 16,000. So the fusion reactor, it's only processing units. It needs to be as close as possible. It needs to be over here. The other thing that we're noticing is a lot of these are using low density structures. So I don't want low density structures to be a bottleneck, so we need to build a lot more low density structures. And so what I'm going to do is probably turn all of this into low density structures. It will probably hurt plastic, but we will cope. So this is a low density structure row that goes to about here, well actually about there, and we get rid of these bits, but that is a row of low density structures. I wonder if we actually have low density structures anywhere sitting here. It's not looking like it. Probably need to get rid of some of these. Ooh, what's that? It's probably along the right lines, but I probably got rid of it. Let's just get a new blueprint. Actually, there's that blueprint we can now finally get rid of. Need to tidy up some of these. I'm not going to use that, or if I do, I can get another one. All of these designs, I don't need you. Don't need you. Those were just for counts, I don't need you. I probably don't need you because I've got an outpost somewhere else. Right, that's cleared up a little bit of space. Blueprint, let's grab all of that and get rid of that and that. Now, where are we? We're up there. We can do this this way. Oh, I can't see if it fits or not. Must have. Let's just check. Oh, it only goes to here. That's convenient. We can actually extend it the rest of the way. Now, we should have all of these things. This is the main base. Shouldn't have any trouble filling all of this, filling all of the modules, and so on and so forth. Right. That will fill up that area. Let's let that fill for now. Alright, we're above all of this. It's already all in place. That has probably done heinous things to our plastic. No, it hasn't. Not yet. How's iron doing? Just by the way. It's not still. Oh well. Let's come over here. So we have a control on the power system here, which I think is this one. Low density structures are less than 0, whatever the 0 count is, which we set down here. We've set it at 1.8. I think we can increase that to, say, 4,000. Still 0. Really? How many low density structures do we have? 5.2 thousand. Wow. Okay. 10,000. might as well just have tons of them. Now, where am I? I'm down there. So, this thing, we don't need any of this anymore. I don't think it's going to cause any sort of feedback when we get rid of it. So we use read hang contents is via a green and red controls whether we need to input one, and that does everything that we need it to do. So let's get rid of these so that I don't end up wearing things that I don't want to wear, and let's just say goodbye to you guys. Wow, is that really at 10,000 now? Could be. Yes. Nice. I knew there'd be a lot of stuff in here. So this is a good way to clear it. Do I have any? I only have 6. It's not going to be enough. Let's get some more assembly machines. Pretty sure there's a vast number of them. 603. Right. So. I don't think speed is going to have anything to do with this. So you need to build the portable fusion reactors, and you need to build the fusion reactor for the spaceship. Request a chest. Do I double or even triple up the requester chests? Maybe. We also need some of them, and 10's not what we want. We want 50, and we also want some of them, 50. So if I did that, what does it put there? 2.5 thousand in one. No, that's silly. Let's just go 500 across all of them. Something like that. A yellow at this point would be perfectly fine, but we don't use yellows, so we'll use a blue into a passive provider. Take too long for those to turn up. Can't do that. Can't do that. I don't think it takes long enough to worry about that, but never mind. Going to take a very long time. What is this doing? Yeah, we're maxing out now on processing units. Nothing much we can do about that. So, we need to come over here and go fusion reactors. We need how many? 25, I believe. 25. Yep. Fusion reactors 25. And we will bring the wires across. Your enabled condition is that the number of fusion reactors we need is greater than 0. Now green, come back, and that will be read hand contents pulse. That is all that we need for that. That's our fusion reactor. I don't expect these to tick up anytime soon. They will take a very long time indeed to build. Oh my goodness, iron is getting worse and worse. Plastic's fine though. That's one component. I think we will have to continue this next time. We've already been going over time. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye.